there were signs there. You don't always recognize them, but if they're talking to their friends, a lot of times they will tell their friends what's going on, or they share more with them sometimes when they get a little older. And so talk to friends, pay attention to what they're doing. If they're drinking more, or if they've never drank and they've started to drink, that's something you need to pay attention to. If there's relationship problems, you need to pay attention to that. If there's changes in sleeping habits, like there was with my son, his sleeping habits had changed, so that was the first sign there was a problem, and we brought him to a counselor at that time. So you just need to realize what's going on with your student. If they're talking to you and they're depressed, they're not eating, they're not happy anymore and they used to be happy, they're just withdrawing from everything. Those are major signs that you need to be watching. Sometimes you just think, they'll get over it, or it wasn't that big of a deal, but to them, in this time of their life, it's a big deal, and we need to be paying attention to it. I have talked to, I actually ran a support group for survivors, and then I have talked to, I used to be a social worker in a high school, and I had several students that were talking to me about wanting to attempt suicide, and had called parents in and talked to them about it. Unfortunately, a lot of times parents think that their students will just get over it, and they don't move when they need to be moving on that, and then that's when something bad usually happens. I had to be quite point blank with one parent because it was very obvious what was going on, and she told me that she couldn't afford to get help. And I asked her point blank, well, can you afford a funeral? And she took her child right then and there to go and get some help. And thank God we did, because she's still here today. As a parent, it can be overwhelming and not knowing how to get help. So UND has created a website called UND Cares, and I would suggest that parents go onto that website. They have tips and tools that you can check out on there. They'll give you ideas as to how you can help, the various resources that we have available. And I think it'd be a great site for parents to go to when they're wondering what they can do to help out their student.